Good afternoon. My name is Courtney Fine, a wellness provider specializing in yoga, Reiki, meditation, sound healing. My passion in life is really to help others feel good. We've all been through times of struggle, and sometimes we might feel stuck. So my love and passion is to meet you wherever you're at and to help you on your path forward through yoga, breath work, movement, meditation, all of the things that I just mentioned, finding what you need in the present moment to help you push forward and to feel better and live the best version possible of your life. I'm so excited to be here today to record my demo for Yoga 6. We are going to begin in a child's pose. You're going to come down onto the mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Your knees are out nice and wide. And your arms can reach out long in front of you. Your forehead makes connection with the mat. I have 2 blocks here today, so if you need support, you could always place that block underneath your forehead. And just begin to connect with your breath. We're going to begin class with a few rounds of nice, deep breath, a victorious breath. The way we do that is to inhale completely through the nose with your lips sealed, constricting at the back of the throat, almost making the sound of the ocean. And then as you exhale, lips stay closed and you make that ocean sound, almost like you were going to fog up a mirror. So you inhale through the nose and then exhale with your lips sealed, making that ocean sound at the back of your throat. With each breath, you allow yourself to settle down onto the 4 corners of the mat, fully and completely. Taking 2 more rounds of this beautiful breath. Once you've fully and completely released that next breath, naturally just let your breath return to its own rhythm. Staying here for another moment while we set our intention for practice this afternoon. We'll start with a quote to help us settle ourselves down into our practice. As we move from winter stillness into the renewal of spring, set an intention to welcome growth, possibility, and transformation. Just as the earth begins to bloom again, with each breath, may we release what is old and make space for what is new. So as we inhale, we're making that space. As we exhale, we're letting go of anything that no longer serves us. From your child's pose, you're going to begin to press up into a tabletop, bringing your wrists directly underneath your shoulders. Knees are underneath your hips. You want to have at least hips distance to fist space between your knees. Spread the palms of your hands, your fingertips nice and wide. We'll begin to inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. As you exhale, press into the mat. Draw your chin to chest, navel to spine. Staying here for 3 rounds of breath. As you drop your belly, you lift that gaze. As you exhale, you round out through the spine. Movement with breath here. When you release your next breath, we'll come back to a nice neutral spine, pressing through all 5 fingers on each hand. Begin to tuck the toes under, and we'll lift up into our downward facing dog. Heels reach towards the mat. We're pressing equally between the palms of our hands and our heels. If your hamstrings feel tight, bend into the knees. You don't necessarily need those heels to touch. We're letting go of the weight of our head, relaxing through those shoulders so that they're not hiked up around your ears. Allowing one more breath to fill you up here. And fully letting that breath go. When you're ready, you'll begin to lift and extend into the right leg. So still pressing through the palms of your hands and the bottom out of that left foot. Right leg is nice and long and extended. Begin to draw the right knee in towards your heart space, and you'll step your right foot between your hands. Fingertips are on the mat, or maybe blocks if the earth feels far away. You're extending through this back leg. Slight bend of the knee if your hamstring is bothering you at all today. If it feels okay, you'll straighten out into that leg. Right foot, all four corners are pressing down into the mat. We're going to begin to rise up. You can reach up through all 10 fingertips, lengthening through the spine, elongating that torso. Gaze is right out in front of you. Maybe those pinky fingers spiral in slightly towards one another, and we're relaxing those shoulders down away from the ears. Inviting in another nice deep round of breath here, breathing in fully, reattaching to that intention you set for class today. And then when you're ready, we'll transition, reaching that right arm in front, left arm behind. As you do that, that left foot pivots to a 90-degree angle. We're opening up our hips to the long side of the mat, reaching through all 10 fingertips. Again, the shoulders are relaxed. Gaze begins to shift over that front middle finger. Right knee bent over the right ankle. We invite in a few nice, big, deep breaths. You let that breath go, and maybe you start to notice the pause between each inhale and exhale. With your next breath, we begin to come forward. Right forearm finds your right thigh. You reach for your left fingertips to the sky, and then up and over if it feels safe for your shoulder. You're pressing down into the bottom out of that back foot, your heel. The front foot is grounded. Gaze can be up towards that extended arm. If it feels safe for your neck. If you need support feeling grounded today, you could look down towards the floor. It's one more breath in. And as you exhale, we rise back up, reverse. So that left arm reaches down the left leg. Right arm reaches up and over, keeping a nice generous bend in that front right knee. We cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Pivot the left toes forward. Step the right toes back to meet left in a high plank as you inhale. As you begin to exhale, you shift forward, lowering down halfway. Shoulders come forward, elbows over wrists. Then we transition into our upward facing dog by rolling over the toes. Shoelace part of the foot rounds into the mat. Your chest is nice and open. And then we exhale it up and back. Downward facing dog. Feet are back to hips distance. Palms of your hands are about shoulder distance. Can you press down through the knuckles? Can you let go of the weight of your head and draw your heels towards the mat? Taking one more breath, and then we'll repeat that sequence on the opposite side. So that nice big breath in, nice breath out. We're going to begin to extend into the left leg. Draw that left knee into your heart. Step your hand or your foot through your hands, blocks if you need them, and we rise back up. Beautiful, strong legs, reaching through the arms, lengthening the torso, the spine, shoulders relax away from the ears. We're not crowding our head here. You can keep your arms nice and wide with those pinkies spiraled inward. When you're ready for your transition, left arm comes in front. Right arm reaches behind you. Right toes, 90-degree angle. Look at your alignment, heel to ankle. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. Hips on the long side of the mat as well as shoulders. Gazing over your front fingertips. Getting ready to move forward. Left forearm comes to your left thigh. Reach up nice and tall through the right fingertips, and then up and over if it feels safe for your body. There's always lots of options, so you're checking in to see where your body is at today. And we're gently resting. We're not pressing weight into that thigh. When you're ready to exhale, we release. Up and back, reverse. Right hand reaches down the right leg. Left fingertips reach up and back. Maybe your gaze reaches up towards the sky for one breath. And then we cartwheel those hands down to the mat. The left toes shift forward. Stepping back, high plank on an inhale. As you begin to exhale, you pivot forward. Elbows over wrists. Inhale. Roll over those toes. Press through the palms of your hands. Make that chest nice and proud and open. And then we exhale it back up. Lifting those hips to the sky. Letting go of the weight of the head. Taking 3 breaths here. When you release that 3rd breath, you'll drop the knees back down to the mat. Untuck the toes. Cross at the ankles. Walk the palms of your hands into your knees. Come to a nice seated position. Lengthen your legs out in front of you, but knees can point towards the sky as we lower down 1 vertebrae at a time, arriving into your Shavasana pose. Hands come to your heart, eyes close. Reconnect with your breath and your intention. When you're ready, you can gently move your ankles, your toes. It's just bringing some gentle movement back to your physical body. You'll hug your knees into your heart space. We'll roll over onto one side, pressing yourself back up into a seated position. Hands down by your side. We inhale. As we exhale, our thumbs land right at our hearts. Pinkies out to our beautiful yoga community. I thank you for allowing me to guide and lead you in this practice this afternoon. I wish you a beautiful rest of your day ahead. We'll lift our thumbs up to our 3rd eye, that space between our eyebrows. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you. With a heart full of gratitude, we bow forward. Namaste. Thank you.